Alright, hello, assalamu alaikum everyone. Let's start with logarithms today. So I'll first discuss the rules of logarithms and then we will move on and do the questions. Now the first rule is where you have to change from log to index form, which means log AB is equals to the C. Base power coefficient. The formula is base to the power is equals to coefficient. Base to the power is equals to coefficient. Now the second rule is log AA. If base and coefficient is the same, the entire equation is equals to 1. The third rule is if base is whatever the base is, if the coefficient is 1, the entire thing is equal to 0. Now this is called the product rule. When you are multiplying and you open the log individually, you add it. Similarly, when you have to go reverse working, the plus changes into multiplication. In division, you write it as negative. Remember, the power can come down and become the coefficient of the log function. These are simple rules that you just need to learn, okay? Remember, when they say ln means log to the base e. And if I have to say ln means log to the base e, and this e is copied down. So since base and the coefficient is equal, so it is 1. Therefore, we say the ln e has value 1. Lg means log to the base 10. Now, if I say Lg 10, so Lg means log base 10 and this 10 is copied down. So now it becomes 1. Therefore, Lg 10 also has the value 1. Now, let's look at a couple of questions. Acha, another concept that we need to know is forex substitution concept is very important. Okay, let's take an example. 2 power x equals to 3. There, the unknown is in the power. And the only way power can come down when you apply log on both the sides. You can apply ln, you can apply lg. I apply ln on both the sides. Power comes down. That's going to be my answer. You can evaluate it from the calculator. If you apply LG, same final answer. Okay, now if I look up a couple of questions. Show that this equation can be written as a quadratic equation in x. Taking log terms on single side. Log 10 common out, x plus 5 plus changes into multiplication by x equals to 2. Base to the power now I'll solve to find out the values of x. This value will be rejected because x cannot be negative and this will be accepted. Now alright, so we were discussing this question. So the first part says it can be written as a quadratic. Show that this equation can be written as a quadratic equation. So that has been done. This is the answer for the quadratic equation. And the answer for the next part is this, where you find the values of x, and then and then write which value of x you will accept and which value will be rejected. Let's look at another question now. Over here we have ln not lg. Taking all ln's to another side, taking ln common out, 1 plus x, this minus will change into division. Now base to the power is equals to the coefficient. E power 1 is 1.73, 2.72. X equals to 0.582. Let's try another question. The 7th is also a very nice question. Show that the equation log 3, taking the logs to the other side, taking log 3 common out, 2x plus 1 minus changes into division, 2 will become the power. Only then you can take common out. Base to the power. So they're asking you that it can be written as a quadratic equation. So this is my answer to the first part. Then 3 minus 8 and 2. When you solve, you get x equals to 2.39 and x equals to 0.279. Now 0.279 will be rejected. Why? Because when you input 0.279 here, this will become a negative value, which is not possible. Now, giving you answer to 2 decimal places, so this is going to be my answer. Let's look at question number 8 now. 2, 3x minus 1 equals to 5, 3 to the power minus x. Over here, we need to break the indices. Breaking means 2 power 3x into 2 power minus 1. 8 power x divided by 2 divided by, like it can be written in division as power 3x. Cross multiply, same power, so bases can multiply. Now applying ln on both the sides. That's going to be my answer. And they're asking me to write the answer in terms of a and b. Let's take another question. Let's take the first question. Find the real root of. Now there are pluses and minuses. You can't make the bases same. So what we do is we do the substitution. We say e power x equals to a. And e power minus x is 1 upon ex, so it's 1 upon a. 2a plus 1 upon a divided by, this division is like this, 2 plus a equals to 3. Taking the LCM. So 2a square plus 1, they're multiplying the denominators, cross multiplying, so taking everything to the other side. Now the value of a will be, a is equals to 0.1622, a is equals to minus 6.16. Now what is a? A is e to the power x. With a negative thing, it cannot be calculated, so reject it. Now E goes on the other side, becomes ln. So ln 0.1622 gives you this is my answer. Now, so substitution is the third thing that I wanted to discuss in logs. So there are questions where there's simple logs and you take common out and then finish off the log function. Then you make the take all the common powers on one side, take logs on both the sides and then solve it. Then one question is where you require substitution because there are pluses and minuses. This question is also substitution. You can say 4 power x equals to m. 4 power minus x is 1 upon 4x, so it will become 1 upon m. M equals to 3 plus 1 upon m. 3m plus 1 upon m equals to m. Solving it gives you, so m is equals to 3.3 and m is equals to minus 0.3. What is actually m? 4 power x. Obviously this will be rejected because a negative log cannot be calculated. You can find out the value yourself using the calculator. This is the same thing, break the indices. 6 upon 2 power x equals to 7x. X is ln 6 upon ln 14, which is what they want. And if they want you to evaluate the answer in decimal, you can also do that, and that's about it. That's